Hello everyone, this is Urvashi Chauhan and you are watching Courts Today by LiveLaw. We bring to you the latest and in-depth legal coverage. Here is a brief of what all happened in the Indian courts today. Starting with the 2008 Jaipur serial bomb blasts case. If you remember, on 13th May in 2008, a number of explosions took place in Jaipur, resulting in the death of 71 persons and injuries to 185 people. The trial court had convicted 4 persons and awarded them death sentences in the matter. But in March this year, the Rajasthan High Court acquitted all the 4 convicts in the case and upheld the acquittal of the 5th accused on the ground that the prosecution had not been able to establish the chain of the circumstances to establish their guilt. One among the accused was also found to be a juvenile at the time of the offence. Today, the Apex Court was considering a challenge moved by the state of Rajasthan against Rajasthan High Court's order. A bench of Justices Abhay S. Oak and Rajesh Bindal refused to pass an absolute stay against the acquittal. The Supreme Court ordered that the 4 persons who were acquitted be released if their detention is not required in any other case. But to ensure their presence as and when required, the court imposed certain conditions, like all accused persons to submit their passports with the state of Rajasthan, and before the release of the accused, based on High Court's judgment, strict compliance should be made with paragraph 94 of the High Court's judgment, which deals with bail bonds. And now coming to an update on the recent violence in Manipur due to ethnic clash between the non-tribal Meitei people and tribal Kuki people, which killed at least 54 persons and injured at least a further 230. Today, the Supreme Court directed law enforcement in the state of Manipur to take appropriate action on the apprehensions raised by the Manipur Tribal Forum Delhi that an imminent attack on tribals in certain villages was being planned by militant organizations. The bench comprising CJI D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice P.S. Narasimha and Justice J.B. Pardewala said that the court cannot decide who is responsible as law and order is a state subject. The Solicitor General was also asked to ensure restraints to officers from making openly communal statements. The Supreme Court also made certain strong remarks against the High Court's direction to the state government to consider the inclusion of the Meitei community in the scheduled tribes list. This order of the Manipur High Court is actually at the center of the current unrest going on. The Apex Court expressed its inclination towards staying the order of the Manipur High Court, but did not do so because an appeal against the order is pending before the division bench, where the aggrieved parties can present their case. Stay tuned for more updates. The National President of Indian Youth Congress, Srinivas BV, as you know, has approached the Supreme Court seeking relief in respect of the FIR registered against him in Assam. The FIR was registered on a sexual harassment complaint lodged by an expelled party member. Before this, he had approached the Guwahati High Court to quash the FIR, but his petition was dismissed and he was also denied anticipatory bail. Today, the Supreme Court granted him interim anticipatory bail. The bench comprising Justice B.R. Gawai and Justice Sanjay Karol noted that the alleged incident happened during 24th and 26th February this year in Jaipur, and the complaint was lodged in April in Assam, and that there was no whisper of allegation of sexual harassment against the petitioner in complainant's tweets and interviews to media before the complaint was lodged. The bench today granted anticipatory bail and has asked Srinivas to appear before the investigating officer on May 22nd and further as and when directed by the officer. The court further directed the petitioner to cooperate with the inquiry being carried out with the National Commission for Women. The matter will be next considered in July. In another update, the Supreme Court today reserved its judgment on the issue whether the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi can nominate aldermen, that is, nominated members to the Municipal Corporation of Delhi without the consent of the Delhi government. A bench comprising CJI D.Y. Chandrachud, Justice P.S. Narasimha and Justice J.B. Pardiwala was hearing Delhi government's petition seeking the quashing of notifications through which the LG appointed 10 nominated members to the MCD on his own initiative without the aid and advice of Council of Ministers. Also, while hearing the plea, CJI D.Y. Chandrachud orally remarked that the LG, with the power to nominate members to the MCD, can effectively destabilize the democratically elected MCD. Stay tuned with LiveLaw to know the verdict in the case. The Supreme Court today adjourned to August the hearing in a batch of pleas seeking action with respect to various instances of hate crimes, including hate speech across the country. Last month, the Supreme Court bench of Justices K.M. Joseph and B.V. Nagratna had directed the police in all states and union territories to take suo motu action to register FIR against hate speeches without waiting for any formal complaint. Also, Justice Joseph will demit office during the vacation on June 16th. Stay tuned for further developments in the matter. The Supreme Court today adjourned a plea filed by the CBI assailing an interim order passed by the Karnataka High Court. The interim order had stayed CBI proceedings against D.K. Shivakumar, President of Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee, in a corruption case. After the interim order passed in February this year, the main matter came up for hearing on 8 occasions, but it was extended by the High Court. Senior advocate Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, appearing on behalf of Shivakumar, informed a bench comprising Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice Sanjay Karol that the impugned order was an interim one and the main matter would be heard by the High Court next week. Considering the request of the senior counsel for adjournment, the bench thought it fit to adjourn the matter till 14th July. Coming to the update on the Adani Hindenburg issue. As you know that SEBI has been requesting the Apex Court for an extension of 6 months to complete the investigation into allegations made by US-based short seller firm Hindenburg Research against the Adani Group companies about stock price manipulations. The bench comprising CJI Chandrachud, Justice P.S. Narasimha and Justice J.B. Pardiwala passed the order today granting 3 months further time to SEBI, extending till August 14, 2023. The 2 months' time originally allowed by the Apex Court as per its March order ended on May 2nd. The bench also requested the expert committee constituted by the court and headed by former Supreme Court Judge Justice A.M. Sapre to continue assisting the court and directed that the copies of its report be shared with the parties of the case and their counsels. Further, the bench has also directed SEBI to submit a status report regarding the investigation carried out so far. And now coming to the update on the issue of caste-based survey in the state of Bihar. As you already know that Patna High Court had put an interim stay on the caste-based survey in the state and had also stayed the circulation of information collected to the political parties, calling it a matter concerning right to privacy. Challenging this, the Bihar government moved the Supreme Court with a special leave petition last week. The petition was listed today before the Supreme Court bench comprising Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice Sanjay Karol. But Justice Karol recused from hearing the petition. Justice Karol, who was the Chief Justice of Patna High Court before his elevation to Supreme Court in February this year, said that he had dealt with the matter at the High Court. Stay tuned for further updates on the hearing. In another update, the Jharkhand High Court today reserved its verdict on the plea moved by disqualified MP Rahul Gandhi to quash the defamation case filed against him for allegedly maligning BJP leader Mr. Amit Shah by calling him a murder accused. The case against Gandhi filed by BJP leader Naveen Jha pertains to a statement made by Gandhi in 2018. In the statement, referring to the then BJP President Amit Shah, Rahul Gandhi allegedly said that people will accept a man accused of murder as the president of BJP, but they will never accept the same in the Congress party because they hold Congress in the highest regard. The bench of Justice Ambuj Nath reserved its order today after both sides concluded their arguments in the case. Stay tuned for more updates. The Delhi High Court today refused to pass an interim injunction order in favor of former cricketer and BJP MP Gautam Gambhir in the defamation suit filed by him against Hindi daily newspaper Punjab Kesari and its reporters, seeking to restrain them from making any defamatory publication against him. The court, however, said that many of the articles published against former cricketer and BJP MP are indicative of a willful campaign launched by the newspaper and its reporters to lower his reputation in the eyes of his constituents, supporters, and the public at large. Justice Chandradhari Singh issued notice to Punjab Kesari, its editor-in-chief, and 3 reporters, and also sought their response. The matter will be heard by court on October 18th. Lastly, in a good news for the movie producers, the Delhi High Court today directed social media platform Twitter to provide basic subscriber information and other relevant details of 5 accounts indulging in leaking clips related to the upcoming movie Jawan. The film starring Bollywood actor Shah Rukh Khan is set to be released on 2nd June. Justice C. Hari Shankar disposed of the application moved by Red Chillies Entertainments against various rogue websites and other social media platforms, seeking to restrain them from committing any infringement in relation to its copyright in the film. Thank you for watching. If you wish to know more details about the cases I mentioned here, you can check the links given in the description box below. Stay ahead with quick legal updates only on LiveLaw. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe and support us.